morning, student. I am Megate, assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Now I am going to teach the subject is the fluid mechanics and hydraulic missions. This is the second unit. So this is the syllabus of second unit, fluid kinematics. First of all, I want to discuss about the introduction, flow types, equation of continuity for one-dimensional, two-dimensional, and three-dimensional flow, circulation and verticity, streamline, path line, and streak line, and stream tube. Then after completion of that topic, then go for stream function and velocity, velocity for potential function, differences and relation between them. So condition for irrotational flow and rotational flow, net sources and sink, total and vortex flow. After that, the fluid dynamics, that is surface and body forces, Euler's equation and Bernoulli's equation for flow through a streamline, momentum equation and its applications, forces on pipe bed. After completion of the last topic is closed cutting flow, so that is Reynolds experiment and Darcy-Weisbach equation, minor losses in pipes as well as the major losses in pipes. So then after that, the total energy line and gradient, hydraulic gradient line I want to discuss briefly in the previous classes also. So this is a complete discussion of second unit. That's the first I want to discuss about the fluid kinematics. So first of all, what is meant by kinetic and kinematic? So first, the kinematic is that is the branch of engineering mechanics which deals with the bodies is in motion, but there is no force acting on that particular body. Then we can say that the kinematic. So coming to the kinetic, the kinetic is the branch of engineering science which deals with the bodies is in motion, but here the forces acting on that particular body. Then we can say that is kinetic. So first of all, this is the fluid kinematics is maybe defined as the fluid kinematics is a branch of fluid mechanics, so which deals with the studies of velocity and acceleration. So we have to see here, this is the so first we have to see the fluid kinematic is a branch of fluid mechanics. This is the fluid mechanics, so which deals with the study of velocity. In the previous, that is engineering mechanics, the only study of the bodies is in motion. But here, the fluid mechanics, in this fluid mechanics, which deals with the study of velocity and acceleration. So the main aim of this unit is to find the velocity and acceleration of the motion fluid. So of the particles of a fluid in motion and their distribution in space without considering any forces or energy involved. But here there is no force acting on the particular fluid. We are taking on the fluid particles, so there is no force acting on that particular fluid, forces and energy involvement. There is no any involvement, but the body is in motion. So that's why this is the only fluid kinetics. After that, the fluid kinetics, which is the description of fluid motion. Here two types of methods is there. First one is Lagrange's method. Second one is Eulerian method. So first I want to discuss about the Lagrange's method. So in this Lagrange's method, first of all, in this method the observer concentrate on the movement of a single particle. So we have to see the method. In this method, to observe the observer to concentrate on the particular. So here so in this method the observer concentrates on the movement of a single particle. So how it will be movement? So the movement of a single particle, we are discussing about the path function and streak lines, streamlines. Then we have to take in the path taken by the particle and the changes its velocity and acceleration or studied. So here the main thing of here three directions will be there. That is the first direction, the x direction, that is totally belongs to horizontal direction. And second one is the y direction, that is the vertical direction, and the third direction is the z, that is completely 90 degrees direction, that is the incline, that is parallel to the horizontal line. So that is here I have taken the three particles or three direction, that was three particles is x, y, z. So at any time the t from its position, t here, the t is in the time. So time is here the totally constant value shall be given. So here the x value is the function of a comma b comma c and the time. Then the y is the function of 2 and a comma b comma c. So we have to see here. Here the z function, that is the function of 3, a comma b comma c and t. So these are the some of the functions regarding the certain system of the position of the fluid momentum. So here I have considered the particle in this fluid, entire the fluid I have considered only one particle. So that particle have three directions. The three directions is x, y, z. Okay, is it clear? And next, this is the main aim of this unit is to find the velocity as well as the acceleration. So that here the velocity and the acceleration components obtained by taking the derivation with respect to time or given by. So we have to see here, this is the velocity value. So velocity component, here we have to observe that this is the UVW. Here the UVW. So UVW is the function of the x comma y comma z with respect to time. So with respect to time. So that here u is the velocity, the fluid properties. We know that the fluid properties, that is the density and density, pressure and velocity and surface tension, capillarity, like that. So we have taken here the only velocity, pressure and the density. So in this regard, so I have taken the UVW, that is in the function of x, y, z with respect to time. So that the function u equal to dou x by dou t, that is the t is the constant value, and dou x, u the function of the x with respect to time. That's why I have written here the u equal to dou x by dou t, then v equal to dou y by dou t, then w equal to dou z by dou t. This is the thing, and these are all the velocity components as well as the acceleration components. Coming to the acceleration, we are finding here the velocity. After that, after completion of the velocity, then go for the acceleration of components. Then the acceleration components ax, here the ax equal to dou square x by dou t square. Here why we are writing here is that is the acceleration components of x direction. That's why I written here. So that here the acceleration x direction. So dou square x by dou t square. T is the here constant, that is temperature. Then coming to the y direction, that is ay, acceleration of y, that equal to dou square y by dou t square. Same like that az component, az equal to dou square z by dou t square. This is the concept. This is the in this unit we have to find the fluid motion. In that particular fluid motion, we have, whenever the fluid is moving to the horizontal or vertically or all those things, we have to find the only velocity components and the acceleration components we have to find it. So then coming to the, at any point the resultant velocity, or here we have to observe here in the engineering mechanics, all if you consider the any body that have some the all horizontal forces will be there and the vertical components will be there. So that here the why we are telling the equilibrium. What is meant by equilibrium? The equilibrium means some of the all horizontal forces must be zero. That is sigma fx equal to 0 and sigma fy equal to 0. Here the sigma fy means that is the summation of all vertical forces should be 0, and then all momentum, that is sigma m equal to 0. These three conditions That three conditions is some of the all horizontal forces should be zero, and some of the all vertical forces should be zero. Then some of the all movements will be zero. Then we can say that the body is in equilibrium. So these three conditions will satisfy. Then we can say that the body is in equilibrium. This is belongs to only engineering mechanics. Coming to the fluid mechanics. Here also in the fluid mechanics. Here also the some of the all upward forces should be zero, and some of the all downward forces should be zero. Or one more thing is some of the all upward forces must be equal to some of the all downward forces. That is the main thing of this fluid mechanics. And coming to the in engineering mechanics, the resultant force will be there. That resultant forces is the resultant forces means we have to calculate R equal to square root of sigma Fx whole square plus sigma Fy whole square. This is the resultant of all forces. We know that the sigma Fx means that is summation of all horizontal forces whole square plus summation of all vertical forces whole square. So this is the resultant of the body. But here we are considering the fluid mechanics. That's why here the resultant velocity V equal to square root of, here three directions will be there. The three directions is x, y, z, or in the form of u, v, w with respect to time. So that's why I have written the resultant of velocity V equal to square root of u square plus v square plus w square. This is the thing. This is the very important formula for fluid mechanics. And then acceleration. Coming to the acceleration, so here the acceleration A equal to square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. So this is the thing. Similarly, other quantities like pressure. So other quantities means in the sense of fluid properties or fluid characteristics, that is pressure, density, and acceleration, or velocity, surface tension, capillarity. Those are all the fluid properties. We know that this is the pressure and force per unit area. We know that already we are discussing in the first unit, that is a fluid static. Okay, and this method entails the following shortages. These are the some of the important parameters and some of the important velocities, and we are finding the velocity acceleration. Okay, this is the thing. And this is the second one. The second part is the Eulerian method. In this method also we are discussing about the only x, y, z directions in the function of u, v double with respect to t. So that's why we have written u equal to function of x comma y comma z comma t, and v equal to function 2 of x comma y comma z comma t. Then the w equal to function of 3 x comma y comma z comma t. This is the thing. Okay. And coming to the types of fluid flows will be there. So the types of fluid flow means this is the steady and unsteady flows. So second one is uniform and non-uniform flows. Third one is 1, 2 and 3 dimensional flow. Fourth one rotational and irrotational flow. Fifth one laminar and turbulent flow. Sixth one compressible and incompressible flow. So we know that here the 6 types of fluid flows is there. I want to discuss in this class. I want to discuss about the steady and unsteady flow. And second one is first one is steady and unsteady flow. Second one is uniform and non-uniform. These 3 I will discuss today's class. So after completion of these topics, then go for 1 or 2 and 3 dimensional flows, then rotational and irrotational flows, then laminar and turbulent flow, compressible and incompressible flow I want to discuss in next class. Okay. First of all, I want to discuss about the steady flow and unsteady flow. So here the type of flow in which the fluid characteristics like pressure, velocity and density does not changes with respect to time. So we know that the steady flow, what is mean by steady flow is the type of flow in which the fluid characteristics. So our fluid properties like pressure, density, and velocity do not change with respect to time. Then we can say that the steady flow. So that's why I have written dou u by dou t x0 y0 z0 equal to 0. Then dou v by dou t x0 y0 z0 equal to 0. Then dou w by dou t x0 y0 z0 equal to 0. Or here I have written, this is the dou p, pressure. I have taken here the velocity as well as the pressure and the density. So that dou p by here the pressure with respect to 2 do not changes with respect to time. That's why I have written dou p by dou t equal to 0. Then the dou rho by dou t equal to 0. This is the density with respect to time, do not changes at a point or each point in the fluid. In the fluid flow, each point there is no any changes. That is the steady flow. And coming to the unsteady flow, here the unsteady flow in which the velocity, pressure, density at a point it changes with respect to time. So that's why I have written dou u by dou t is not equal to 0, dou v by dou t is not equal to 0, and dou w by dou t is not equal to 0. Then coming to the pressure values, that is dou p by dou t x0 y0 z0 is not equal to 0, and dou p by dou t x0 y0 z0 is not equal to 0. This is the unsteady flow. Okay, and coming to the this is the unsteady flow and uniform and non-uniform flow. So here I want to discuss about the uniform flow, the type of flow in which the velocity at any point do not changes with respect to displacement. So this flow is called uniform flow. So that here the flow of the type of flow in which the velocity at a given time or the velocity at a point or different point does not changes with respect to displacement. Then we can say that is the uniform flow. So that's why I have written dou v by dou s. T is here, T is constant. That is T means here temperature is constant, that equal to 0. So dou v means change in velocity and ds means displacement in any direction. So that this is called uniform flow. And finally the last topic is the today's class, that is non-uniform flow. It is that type of flow in which velocity at any point it changes with respect to displacement. Then we can say that the non-uniform flow. That's why I have written dou v by dou s. Here t is equal to constant. That is not equal to 0. Then we can say that is the non-uniform flow. Okay. So summary. In this class, I have discussed about the first point is fluid. What is meant by fluid kinematics? What is meant by fluid kinetic and kinematics? Second one is the fluid flows like unsteady flow, steady flow. The third one is uniform flow, and non-uniform flow. Today's class I have discussed what is meant by fluid kinematics and kinetic. Then fluid flows like unsteady, steady flow. Then the uniform flow. Then after that, non-uniform flow. So after completion of this one, and next class I have to discuss about the rotational flow, irrotational flow, that concept. Okay.